Made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Three down.
Hey, check 24.
Lead grip.
They begin with Henry. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to. Set.
Greystone, travel.
7, Mike, 7. Go. Check safety. Kill.
Protein spill. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Open man here is Scott, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready, ready. Hey, Charlie. 15 line. 15 line.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 31, check 31.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Winslow. Got an open man. It's Scott. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 47 minutes, 47.
Leo.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check, check, check. Wide, get wide.
Back to throw. Winslow. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Five.
47. Check. 47's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now.
I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Winslow going up top. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
No.
X3. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Check the backer. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Texans 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
The Texans take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Page, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Take over.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gators.
Okay. Just
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Mike 7. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Check 3.
General West.
Watch the shit. Check 4. Check 4. Check 13. Check 13.
Five.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Let's go, baby. We turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Switch.
Hard.
Watch out.
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Geis. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. 8, read.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Deep rip.
2nd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Page. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First down, Texans.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hey, you got 35.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
10-2 stop. 80 weapons.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
Roll
line.
out. Snap.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Back to throw. Winslow. This one caught by Davis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Now a play fake here on first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
61, matchbox light. Go.
51, Mike, boy, 51. Squeeze, double. Mike 51. Hey, let's get some penetration.
Go.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike 51. Hey, man.
Hey, exit.
Watch the boot.
Snap.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe. that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rush in. Rush in. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm coming.
Hey, high 7.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
Under 10, 10. 49, check 49, check 49.
They'll toss it to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Hey, Charlie, 30 base.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 50, check 50. Check 26, check 26.
5.
To throw on third down, Winslow. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. It's Page. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 88 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. To throw on 2nd down, Winslow. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Winslow. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Ten logo. Hard. Hey!
to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start on the ground with Geis. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 43. No.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Winslow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Winslow. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Right there. 54.
On first down, it's Page. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Stick guy. Check stick guy.
X3. 218. Chop. Bravo. Snap.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A first down carry for Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Come on. Watch it. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Crunch.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Winslow. It's caught by Davis. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
51, Mike, 51. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Ready?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Down. And logo. Hey, Foxtrot.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam off.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Let's go. 60 or.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Out, 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 out. Check 31. Check.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet.
They'll try to run to the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Henry. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Eagles, they used a favorable early...
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep